Hi world, social media. My name is Ronald Thompson, and I'm here at the 661 Broadway doing my video at the DCS building right here at 61 Broadway. And I'm here to tell my story, a part of it anyway. That I have a DCS case because I knew my son's mother. Okay, this is how it started. 2018, the DCS caseworker was assigned to my son's mother, which I didn't know was my son at the time because she said it was someone else's son. And the caseworker came to the house, Anita Schaefer, DCS case manager. Watch out for her. She will lie. Okay, so they wanted her to sign some papers, and I said, hold on, baby, don't sign the papers. Let's see if she got a copy for you get. So I asked her, do they have any copy to get her so she can go over this before she signed anything? And Miss Schaefer did like this. I got one in my pocket. So then I said, okay, then y'all got to leave out my house. Hold on, I'm outside. These big loud trucks coming through. All right. Now, once I put them out the house, because they didn't have a copy of the papers that they wanted my child mother to sign, shortly after that, she commits suicide because of her stepdaddy Charles up church. She told me, and I would take a lot of tests, polygraph tests, needle in the arm, hypnosis tests, this is what she said, and it's true. I believe it because she told me. It took her a year to tell me. She told me, that's why your mama resents you so much. Because my stepdad was sexually molesting me since the age of 12 and caught us having sex before. I said, oh, now I see. So anyway, that sexual molestation that was going on with my son's mother, still I didn't know it was my son at this time, led up to her suicide, shot herself in the head. And now, when I go to court and find out that this is my son, 4 months later, after my son's mother in the grave, they give me a DCS case. I said, well, I get a case for it. They said, because you knew the mother. That's what's in the court paper. But when they file the court paper, they say in the court paper proceedings that the child must be removed from my home. I never had him in my home. I never had custody of my son. But they give me a case and lied throughout the case. Miss Anita Schaefer made me go to Father Initiative. Father Initiative is a place in Maryville, Indiana at a Gemini Center. They help you establish paternity, housing, transportation, and employment. 2 days before, on the 27th of July, we found out that the child was my son. And then July 29th, Ms. Schaefer go to court, tell the judge I need to go to this class to establish paternity, which in fact 2 days before we already got it. We already know it's my son, 99.99. She lied, made me go to that class for a year. She lied to the judge over and over and over again. These people raised their hands, swore to tell the truth, so help them God, and they come to court and lie. So they commit felonies in court, and yet they still keep their job. They still on the payroll. I went to the assistant director, Annette Smith of DCS. She did absolutely nothing. I told them to take off my case because I put her out my house when she wouldn't give a copy of the paperwork she wanted my son's mother to sign. So when we found out it was my son, and then they give me her as my case manager. Now this woman got a vendetta against me. I'm gonna get you type of sucker vendetta against me. And she made my life a living hell for about a year. So I asked her supervisors to remove her. I think it's just a conflict of interest, so she could really be biased. They said they didn't think so. So then they told me, I went to Annette Smith, the assistant director. She said she didn't think it was a problem. So I went to the director, Ellis Dumas III. They didn't think it was a problem. So I had to go to make a little Facebook page to talk about what Miss Anita Schaefer has done and her biasness. And then they removed her. Then they assigned me another caseworker, Jared Bendinelli, All he did was come in and take over where she left the fire burning at. And I had to get to where I had to get my visits videoed because they was lying in court. This one parenting company, I don't want to say their name right now, but they was all involved with it. The lady, her name was, let me think of that girl's name. Christina Alba. She come to court, tell the judge, look like I'm under the influence at the visit. She just went all type of left field on me, lying. The court said I hold my son the whole time of the visit for 4 hours, won't put him down. And that was a lie. You can't hold no child for no 4 hours without put him down anyway because your arm tied. Okay, then I saw they was lying about the visit, so I had to ask the judge to let me get my visits video at the DCS building where I was doing the visits at. So the judge said, okay, put the cameras in. So then here come 3 months later, a video in the visits, DCS come back to the court asking the judge to remove the cameras. And why they want to remove the cameras if they saying I'm not doing something right during the visits? Erratic, aggressive. They know it's a lie because the video showed I didn't do none of the stuff they came to court and lied about. So, okay, the judge let it go 3 more months. So 6 months of videoing on my visits. But on the first day of the video, Jerry Bendinelli told me that if I pray rebuking the devil, they're going to cancel my visit. If I pray against my enemies, they're going to cancel my visits. And then also, this before the pandemic now, told me that I got to clean the couch off that me and my son sat on, spray it down with Lysol, wipe it down with paper towel. And then I also had to do the chair that the visitation lady was sitting in. Spray it down with some Lysol and wipe it down. Before the pandemic now. I said, I'm not doing that. I'm a guest. You on the clock. What you supposed to be doing? You the one at work. So, as soon as the visit was over, I went downstairs, talked to the director, and he apologized, Mr. Ellis Dumas III at the time, and that I don't have to do no cleaning. That's what they are there for, and they got a janitorial service that come in the evening and do a thorough cleaning. So, they threatened my visits because of me praying and reading the Bible to my son. Christina Alba also came to the court and told the judge, I won't read no children's book to my 8-month-old son. I only read the Bible to him. And I believe the Bible said, train up a child in the way he should go. When he won't depart from it. So that's what I'm doing. And they trying to come between me and my faith. Okay, now I'm going to fast forward a little bit. I'm in court this past Wednesday, September 29th. And I got a case manager named Tatoya Battle. Look out for her. If you ever had Tatoya Battle and you know that she lied on your case, you need to come forward. We need to come and do something about these people that work for DCS that commit felonies and yet still get to stay on the payroll. The perjury is punishable by a 3-year prison or $10,000 fine. Now, Tatoya Battle has been the biggest liar of them all. Every time she opened her mouth in court, she lied. She's been told that I'm suing her in a civil suit, right? Okay, I didn't get a verdict in my favor because they told me she was at work because she committed perjury in court. I'm trying to get her prosecuted for committing perjury in court and making the judge upset with me because they telling him lies. Because, I don't get to say nothing. She lied this past Wednesday on September 29th, 2021, telling the judge that I said I was suing her. Yeah, that was true. But then she told the judge I said I was going to sue him. Never crossed my mind. This woman's such a liar. They trying to prejudice the judge against me. CASA director tell the judge that they don't know if I even done any services. Now, this case been going on over 3 years. You're going to tell me DCS is going to allow 3 years to go by and I ain't done no service? They lying. They trying to prejudice the judge against me with their lies. They know I done these classes. I sent even the 20 pages of it to the judge, certified myself, showing that I did these classes. And my lawyer know I done these classes. She know. But yet, CASA keep lying, and their attorney, DCS attorney, Uzma Sati, S-A-T-T-I, She comes to court and lie. We had a 5-hour session of court. She was telling the judge that they can't never get nothing from Edgewater Mental Health in Gary, Indiana, which in fact, my lawyer gave them 1,026 pages of paperwork. They just didn't want to do the reading. They got the paperwork. They gonna tell the judge that they can't never get nothing from that, praising the judge against that facility, when actually it's them that don't tell the truth and can't get nothing from them. They've been making my case with my son a living hell and nightmare. So I took the DCS attorney Sate to the Supreme Court to file for prosecutorial misconduct. I don't got no lawyer to help me do this stuff. I'm just going off because I know I was done wrong. So I'm trying to get some justice for me and my son, because they done had my son away from me for over 3 years that I've been fighting. What they thought I was going to give up and walk away like most fathers do with their children. They don't want to keep them, do the services that they're asked to do, so they just walk away and lose their child to the system. And I'm not that one. I'm standing for my child. I only seen my daddy 2 times in my whole life. And there ain't no way I'm going nowhere. I just want somebody with the right ears and the eyes to hear and see this and help. You can get me at 219 area code 256-1871. Any lawyer that can do anything to help me to get justice for me and my son and get me my son. Because I'm telling you, DCS of Gary, Indiana are straight liars. Not all of them, just the ones I had. Anita Schaefer, Jerry Bendinelli, and Totoya Battle, the wickedest of all. She has lied and continued to lie. And I asked her, I had a meeting on the 17th of September with the assistant director, the new one, LaShonda Pierce and Annette Smith, talking about why is these 2 people still on my case when I am filed legal action against them. That's a conflict of interest here and a bias here. She said they have done no wrong. But yet now I'm suing these people in a court of law, and do you not think that they're going to try to seek vengeance on me because of what I am doing for righteousness and to get my son? These people should not be on my case, but yet they're right there in court telling me one more lie after another lie after another, one more lie and another lie. They lie all through the court proceeding. Somebody out there got to hear this story and come forward to help. If you ever had those 3 case managers, we need to get together. We need to come down here and call for their termination. They should not be working in child care for the rest of their lives, because while they destroy parents' lives, they falsify drug screens and everything. Miss Battle didn't even show up for many of the drops. And I have... She can't produce my signature on any on the paperwork. She done had the guy come to court, say all the drops dirty, but yet that's 6 times she didn't even show up, and she can't produce my signature for them times. If all of them was, how 6 of them that you didn't show up for, how is they gone dirty? I done did hair follicles. It doesn't mean a thing to them. It's just like I ain't did nothing. I'm spending my own money getting my hair cut off. Plugs in my hair, actually. But man, y'all people out there, I'm praying in the name of Jesus Christ for somebody to come forward and help. Remember my number, 219, area code 256-1871. If you ever get to Toya Battle, please ask for a reassignment, because that woman will be biased if you make her mad. And I ain't made them mad on something that's unjust. I made them mad because I exposed the truth. And that's what they didn't want to hear. And anybody that have a contract with DCS, if DCS mad at you, now they mad at you. Like now, my business getting jacked around. I still ain't gonna mention that company name at this moment. I'm trying to reserve. It's because I feel the person that was doing it at that company was a person like unto me that want what right done, what is right done, Then now they got me going to this caring corner for individual therapy. They want to do a criminal background check on me from my youth to my adulthood to go to a therapy class. This lady name is Kitty Parker. They will lie. She was finna tell the judge so many lies at court. They told the judge, I'm gonna say, Kitty Parker at Karen Corner and Toya Battle at the DCS, the case manager, that's on my case that I'm suing. I filed an appeal on the judge's decision because I need justice for me and my son. They gonna go to court on September 29th, tell the judge that I wear women apparel. That's what they said. I mean, you see how petty and low down they can be over the lie just because they don't want me to have my son over there with a dude that was sexually molesting his mother, the grandparent, the step granddad. You know, even in October of last year, well, actually before that, I told DCS somebody was following me, and I think y'all got people following me. So they sent me to a psychologist, saying I was experiencing high levels of paranoia. So then October of 2020 finally came to light what I've been saying. The grandparents had somebody follow me. The reason we know, because one Sunday after church, we go to church every Sunday for my visit, that we went in the Dollar General. Some lady came in the store and snapped some pictures of me and my son. And I said, hey, that woman took pictures of me. And the cashier said, yeah, she sure did. She ran out the store. So then we didn't know who it was. The guy doing the visitation said probably somebody think you look like one of these movie stars or something. I didn't think so. But come to find out that it was the grandparents having somebody following me during my visits. They called CASA, told CASA that I was on an unsupervised visit. So the guy that was doing the visit had to show his receipt that he was in the store with me at the same time. He ain't got to stand there and hold my hand because I'm an adult. We got to just be in his view. So then I went down to the downtown Gary to file an order of protection against them so they can stay the hell away from me. You know how that went. You know, the lady said she was in the store just to get some aspirin and they ain't have no aspirin. You know, Dollar General got aspirin. She lying. So anyway, she said she the grandmama. I asked her who she was when we went for the hearing. We went to the hearing for the hearing of the order of protection. She said she went in the store to get some aspirin. They ain't had none. She said so happened to see me in that was a lie. So and I asked her, what's your relationship to my son? She said, I'm the grandma. I said, how could you be the grandma? Is she the grandma on the daddy side or grandma on the mama side? And that's her out there in the hallway, Jennifer Upchurch. And this lady, I don't remember her name. It was something Upchurch. But she lied and said she's the grandma. You know, this case has been a whole big lie throughout the whole time for me because they personally don't like me. Now, the judge I got in this case, he's like a judge, like Judge Judy. That's what my first impression of him was when I met him. He told me, if you want to raise your son, go to class. If you want somebody else to raise your son, don't go to class. He said, do you want to raise your son? I said, yeah. He said, well, go to class, you raise your son. So I've been to all these classes, class after class after class, where they try to beat me down, where I'm going to give up. I went to all of them. I got certificates for all of them. For all of them. And yet, I still ain't got my son because DCS is still telling lies to the judge. Somebody got to, where I can get this out to the judge. You know, I ain't been doing nothing wrong. Just the fact that DCS don't like me and they keep on putting this stuff in his head that I'm a bad person. But anybody that see this video, pass it on. Talk to anybody that's got a case in Indiana, especially Gary, Indiana, where these criminals, that my 3 case managers, these criminals, the reason I say they unprosecuted criminals, because they did commit the crime in the court. They did commit the crime in the courtroom. And I can prove with the transcripts. They are bullies of Gary, Indiana. Let's say it together. No more bullying from Gary, Indiana, DCS case managers. They must be stopped. There must be a reform. They must be terminated. They must be terminated and answer for their crimes that they commit against innocent parents and fight for their children. This is part 1. I'll be back with more. Remember that number, 219, area code 256-1871. If you can help, please give me a call. Let's meet. Let's get together. Let's form a rally against these bullies of DCS, Gary, Indiana.